Hi guys, so in this video I just wanted to talk a little bit about different options for commuting in the rain, and I think this video will probably benefit someone out there that's thinking of maybe using their motorcycle as a daily driver like I do. So I use my motorcycle to drive to and from my office, rain or shine, and a lot of times I'm required to bring stuff that absolutely can't get wet, like my laptop and other type of work documents. So, and obviously I also don't want my work clothes to get wet. So I basically went through 2 iterations of rain gear, and I'm gonna go through both of them now. So when I first started riding and using my motorcycle as my daily driver, I used a Givi V46 top case, and like I mentioned in a previous video, this case is really high quality, and the most important thing to me was that it is waterproof, and it's also pretty easy to take off my motorcycle. So I was using this whenever it was raining. I would put all my laptop and different work documents in here, seal it up, and then mount it to the back of my motorcycle. And then when I get to my office, I would just hit this button, and then it unlatches itself, my motorcycle, and I would carry it around like a briefcase. And for rain protection for my clothes, I used this set of Frogg Toggs rain gear. So this is composed of the Frogg Togg pants. And these basically you wear over your regular motorcycle pants. And this is the jacket, and this goes over your motorcycle jacket, and it also has a built-in hoodie. And the big bonus of these two is that these are probably the cheapest combination that you can find online. I think both of these were $15 a piece from Revzilla. And I've worn these in light drizzles as well as heavy downpours, and I haven't had any problems with these 2 articles at all. They've worked really well in the rain. And for if it's not raining that hard outside, I could also just wear my inner liner. So this is the inner liner piece that goes in my motorcycle jacket, the Alpinestar TRC1 Air. And this is windproof and waterproof. It just zips in right underneath my jacket, and this stops. This stops rain pretty good, but your outer jacket will still get wet. So I would recommend using a jacket and something like the Frogg Toggs when it's pouring, and just an inner liner if it's just drizzling outside. So this was what I used when I was first riding, and there were a couple disadvantages of this type of setup. The first is that in order to use my Givi V46 top case, I needed the Givi side mounts and the top monokey plate mounted to my bike at all times, because obviously if I wake up in the morning and it's raining outside, I don't want to spend 15-20 minutes putting those arms back on my bike. So I always had those arms mounted on my bike, and on days that were sunny, or if I'm like on a weekend when I'm just out riding different routes for fun, I don't want the sidearms on my bike. So that was the major disadvantage of the Givi case. And 2 components I was missing from my other rain gear was stuff for my gloves and stuff for my shoes, because I always found my gloves and my shoes were still getting kind of wet when it was raining harder. So those were the weaknesses that I found in this initial setup. So in my second iteration of rain gear, I switched from using the Givi V46 to a waterproof motorcycle backpack. So here I have the Alpinestar Slipstream backpack, and I absolutely love this thing. It has a built-in pocket for your laptop, and this backpack is almost completely seamless. So even when it's pouring, even when you're riding in pouring rain, everything inside will be perfectly dry. And it also has the top and bottom buckles, so it can be more secure towards your body than just a regular backpack. And it also has really nice shoulder and back cushioning. which I think is pretty important for a motorcycle specific type of backpack. So I highly recommend the Alpinestar Slipstream. And again, the major advantage for me is that I can now ride without my Givi V46 sidearms always attached to my bike and still have a method of properly carrying stuff that I can't get wet to and from my office, like my laptop. And I also added these Tourmaster waterproof boot covers to my rain gear. These are a pretty simple design, but it works really well. It has a nice reflective strip on the back, and what it does is you just put these right over your boots, and the only thing that's exposed from your shoe would be the heel. So you still maintain the grip of your original motorcycle shoes, but now nothing will get wet. No part of your boot will get wet because it's all covered by this. And the one thing I don't have with me right now is my are the covers for my gloves. So that's very similar to the boot covers, except it goes over your gloves. So I can't really find any disadvantage with my current setup for riding in the rain. I really like the Alpinestar backpack. It fits really well and it's waterproof. So yeah, I guess that's about it for rain gear. So if you guys have any questions about any of the products I went over, or if you have any suggestions on how I can improve on my rain gear setup, then feel free to leave a comment below or send me a private message and I'll definitely get back to you. Thanks.